Have you ever tried speaking in French and found yourself lost for words, despite knowing all the vocabulary that you needed? Well, what you might be missing in this case is a verb. So today we're going to talk about verbs, and as usual, we are going to make it as simple as can be. Bonjour and welcome to French avec Ingrid, a channel where I help you improve your French by learning new and simple vocabulary, expressions and grammar, and where we'll explore the delights of French culture. Conjugating verbs is a big subject in French and one that can easily be overwhelming for beginner learners. So let's play my favorite trick by keeping it simple and taking it one step at a time. So I propose we cover two things today. The first thing are verbs ending in ER. This is the easiest of the verb groups. The conjugation of those verbs is super straightforward and it represents 90% of the verbs in the French language. And the second thing we'll talk about is the verb aller, to go. Aller is also a verb ending in ER, but it is the only one that is irregular. Aller, to go, is actually one of those words that is being used in so many ways in French and so often, and you're going to be super grateful to have mastered it super quickly. So in order to start conjugating verbs, you are going to need subject pronouns in French. Subject pronouns in English are I, you, he and she, and in plural, we, you and they. In French, they are je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle, in plural. Now that we know our subject pronouns, je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle, let's finally dive straight in. Verbs ending in ER really are the most simple, the most common, and the most regular of verbs group. So some examples: aimer, to love; manger, to eat; parler, to speak; marcher, to walk; travailler, to work; chanter, to sing; danser, to dance; trouver, to find; regarder, to watch; donner, to give, and so on and so on. So the list of verbs I've given you finishes in ER, which means it's in infinitive. In English, infinitive would be to read, to sing, to dance. In order to conjugate those words, you simply remove the ending ER and replace it with the relevant endings. So let's use the verb parler, to speak, as our example today. Je parle, I speak. Tu parles, you speak. Il parle, he speaks. Elle parle, she speaks. Nous parlons, we speak. Vous parlez, you speak. Ils parlent, they speak. Or elles parlent, they speak. So if you only listen to this, you will have noticed that je, tu, il and il in plural sound exactly the same. Je parle, tu parles, il parle in plural. The only difference is nous parlons, vous parlez. Let's go over this once more, now with a visual support. Je parle, ending in I. Tu parles, ending in IS. Il parle, ending in I. Nous parlons, ending ONS. Vous parlez, ending IZ. Il parle, in plural, ending ENT. These endings will be exactly the same for all the verbs in ER that you will encounter. So the important element to remember is that with tu, you in singular, there will always be an S at the end of your verb. With nous, we, there will always be ONS at the end of your verb. With vous, you, in plural, there will always be EZ at the end of your verb. And finally, with il, elle in plural, there will always be ENT at the end of your verbs. So yes, it's that simple. Shall we try with another verb? Chanter, to sing. Je chante, tu chantes, il chante. Nous chantons, vous chantez, il chante. Je chante, I sing, ending in E. Tu chantes, you sing, ending in ES. Il chante, he sings, ending in E. Nous chantons, we sing, ending in ONS. Vous chantez, you sing, ending in EZ. Ils chantent, plural, they sing, ending in ENT. Once you have learned this with one verb in ER, you'll just be able to replicate and use those endings again and again and again with all the other verbs in ER. Okay, let's move to the second topic we're going to cover today, aller, which is the only irregular verb ending in ER. An irregular verb is a verb that just doesn't comply with the same rules as the other verbs in the same group. So instead of simply using the regular endings E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT, this verb is simply going to do its own thing. Aller, to go. Je vais, I go. Tu vas, you go. Il va, elle va. He, she goes. Nous allons, we go. Vous allez, you go. Ils vont, elles vont, in plural. They go. Let's go through this once more. Je vais, tu vas, il va. Nous allons, vous allez, ils vont. As you can hear, the verb changes completely for 1, 2, 3, and 4 subject pronouns. The verb is only staying regular with nous, we, and vous, you in plural form. For the rest, it turns into something slightly different. Just one quick note on the present tense. In French, we would say nous allons for we go or we are going. It's one of those instances where French is actually much simpler than English. There you go, the verb aller. It's one of those words in French which is used all the time. So learn it and then rehearse it and maybe rehearse it again so that you can use it entirely naturally in conversation whenever you need to. So let's quickly cover the different uses of the verb aller in French. Just like in English, aller, to go, is used with a sense of direction. So for instance, je vais au cinéma, I'm going to the cinema, is indicating that you are moving from A to B. The other very common way the verb aller is being used is in greeting form. So if you meet someone, you'll always ask how they are, and for this, in French, you use the verb aller. Ah, bonjour, ça va? Oui, ça va bien, et toi? Or if you don't know the person so well, bonjour, vous allez bien? Je vais bien, merci, et vous? And the final and third way to use the verb aller is to talk about something that is just about to happen. So for instance, les enfants, à table, nous allons manger. Children, come to the table, we're about to eat. Or nous allons partir, mettez vos manteaux. Put your jackets on, we're about to leave. So there you go. You know all the ins and outs of how the verb aller is conjugated in the present tense and the many ways it's being used in French. So that's plenty enough for today. As usual, I leave all of this in the description below. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. As you know, I like to add a little extra bonus something at the end of those videos for those of you who would like to be exposed to a little bit more French. This time it's a comedian sketch, which is actually mainly in English, but it's about learning French. You may not get everything that he says in French, but it's quite repetitive. It's really, really funny, and it shows the importance of not taking yourself seriously when learning French and also to have fun. The link for this will be in the description below. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today. Au revoir and à bientôt.